Hi, Melissa with Peridot Consulting, here to talk to you about installment agreements. So if you have a tax balance due with the IRS or the state that you reside, you could qualify for an installment agreement. So with the IRS, if you owe less than $50,000, including interest and penalties, then you could qualify. It gives you an opportunity to, you have up to 72 months to pay the balance off. But something to keep in mind, it's going to continue to accrue interest and penalties until it's paid. You can choose the day of the month that you want to have that payment fall on, anywhere from the 1st to the 28th. You can even set it up for direct debit, which I highly encourage. It really ensures that you're getting that payment made on time each month. In fact, if you owe more than $25,000, they actually require it. So you're only allowed one installment agreement at a time, but they do allow you to combine multiple balances. For example, if you owe with multiple tax years, you can group those into one installment agreement. Now, if another tax year comes along and you end up owing more, they do allow you to revise those installment agreements to include additional balances. So that's great. Now, there are some fees involved. It's $130 to apply for the installment agreement. If you set up direct debit for that payment, the fee drops down to $31. So again, another benefit to setting up that direct debit. And it's a $10 fee to revise any current installment agreement that you have. Now, to apply, use Form 9465. You can file it by mail. You can include it with your e-file of your tax return. And you can even go directly to the IRS website and apply for that. So for the states, now each state is going to be a little different. So I encourage you to reach out to that state, either the website or give them a call to find out specifically what their qualifications and requirements are for installment agreements. For North Carolina specifically, which is the state that we reside, there are some limitations. The balance has to be, the installment agreement can only be set up for tax years that are still within the statute of limitations. So, for example, if you're wanting to set up an installment agreement for an older year where the statute of limitation is about to run out on that tax return, you're not able to extend an installment agreement or a payment plan past that statute of limitation. The only other requirement is you have to wait for that tax notice from North Carolina stating the balance that you owe. It's called a notice of collection. There's a number on there that they actually require you to use when you apply for that installment agreement. And you're most likely to qualify for that installment agreement with North Carolina if you set up a payment plan to get that balance paid off in full within 12 months or less. Again, I encourage you to reach out to your tax advisor if you have any questions. The IRS is a great resource, and then of course the state that you reside. They're all going to be able to answer questions specific to your situation. Thanks a lot.